How's everyone? I've got a heavy heart tonight as God brought back some memories that I've never really shared with anybody, and I sure didn't plan on making a video of this, but I just feel that in my spirit there's some people walking through something tonight who are walking through the fire, that are hurting, and are close to giving up on God, close to walking away and saying it's just too hard. I can't make it no more. Many of you know I was married before, and I do have children from previous marriage. But I've got one missing. Me and my first wife, our first child was being born. He was born too early, and he died. And this, as a man who loves children, broke and crushed my heart against God. I thought, God, I worked for you. I was going out knocking on doors. I was inviting people to church. I was doing my best to share the gospel. Then when I needed you the most, you walked away. Where are you, God? You forgot me. You forgot Ray. When I needed you, forgot me. And at that moment of time, I threw my Bible down and I walked away from God. I said, that's it. You didn't have my back when I needed you. Where did you go, God? And of course, over time, I fell on my knees and I repented for that. Then, about a year later, I was blessed with child number 2, a boy. And everything was going all right. It was 9 months. The wife went in labor. She was fixing to deliver him. I'm sitting in the waiting room by myself, just waiting. Then my mom comes in bawling. The cord had wrapped around his neck and was choking him to death. The doctors and nurses was doing all they could do, but it didn't look like it was going to make it. It was just out of their hands. There was nothing they could do. And at that moment, Satan, the demons whispering, your God forgot you again. And I said, Lord, if you take this child too, I'm not walking away this time. I'm going to stick with you. I'm going to do the best I can. Because remember, David lost his son, him and Bathsheba's son. And what did God tell him? The child can never come to you, but you can go where the child is at. So that's what I took in my heart. Maybe I couldn't ever see my boys here on earth, but I will go where they're at. And at that moment, a voice, now I'm not talking about an audible voice. It's hard to explain unless you've heard it. I've only heard this one time in my life. It's like it was all inside me. Say, I haven't forgotten you. And at that moment, my mom walked in, and she said, miracles happen. For some way or another, the cord has come off his neck, and he's going to make it. And he's still around today. And plus 2 other children, or let me say 3 other children I've been blessed with. I have 5 children. One's in heaven waiting on to meet me. So, today, no matter what you're going through, maybe you're losing a loved one, or you've lost a loved one, or maybe it's something else, some kind of issue or problem. And that voice is whispering in your ear, that little voice, God has forgotten you. Don't listen to that voice. God hasn't forgotten you. He's carrying you through the storm. And maybe the answer's not what you want, but God has the reasons for everything. My oldest son, we call him Emmanuel Paul, and as everyone knows, Emmanuel meant God is with me. And God was with me. He took Emmanuel Paul for certain reasons. It's not for me to question. And you going through this storm, remember, it's Emmanuel. God is with you. You're going through this storm for certain reasons. Here I have a testimony to give to those who are going through the storm. So keep holding God's hand, tighten your grip on hand, and don't let loose, because God won't let loose. I made a mistake and let loose the first time. So I'm sharing this with you. Don't let loose. Don't give up. Don't surrender. You will come through. You might smell like smoke, but you will come through, and God will bless you. So God loves you. Don't give up in the storm. Everyone have a blessed night.